Hello there everyone, I am your German snob and I welcome you all to the start of my new Let's Play. As you can see if you look at the top left corner of the screen, the game I'm about to start is Deus Ex Human Revolution, Director's Cut version. As I may have mentioned in a previous video, I have actually bought myself a new PC. One that I think can be called a high-end machine. So that enables me to do recordings of somewhat more recent games. And honestly, this still seems kind of utopian to me that I can record a semi-recent game on highest graphics settings while having fraps on and still have 60 FPS. It's plain utopian to me. But that aside, basically Deus Ex Human Revolution is the prequel of the very famous PC game Deus Ex that came out in 1999, if I'm not mistaken. This game came out in 2011. As I said, it's a prequel to the classic Deus Ex, a game that is generally considered one of the best games ever made. So there were a lot of, well, I don't want to say expectations because no one seriously expects new installations of classic games to actually be good. So maybe it would be smart to say it was a pretty big surprise that this game turned out quite fantastic. I'm not sure if I'd say it's as good as the original Deus Ex, but it is in its own right a great game and I'm very much looking forward to doing this playthrough together with you. Personally, I have played the standard version of this game. I am not familiar with the Director's Cut or the DLC The Missing Link, which is included in this version, so it remains to be seen how it's different, but I'm looking forward to discovering it. So let's not waste any more time and start a new game. We are going to play on the medium difficulty. I find it kind of odd that the highest difficulty is called Give Me Deus Ex, because really the original Deus Ex was not a particularly difficult game, rather it was only kind of hard for like the first third of the game. Something like that. But I'm gonna shut up now and let you enjoy the cutscene.
Is everything in place?
Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I have spoken with Montreal. The broadcast satellites are ours when we need them. A few weeks of discomfort and the public will be primed for our recall.
And the clinics?
We control the most of it. They will do as we say.
I still think we should wait for the referendum.
We can't afford to wait. America's Science Board convenes next month.
But the mood among the delegates is shifting. I'm positive that given more time...
No. By going public with this discovery, Sarif is forcing our hand.
The world will not change overnight just because David Sarif willed it. Besides, we can do nothing until our biochip is ready.
I thought you said you were close.
Finding the correct nerve interface has proven more challenging than anticipated. Fortunately, thanks to David, I now know where to look.
And in Washington tonight, crowds continue to gather in front of the Capitol. Most are demanding that Congress severely restrict efforts to alter the human body's abilities. This in response to claims made by biotechnology expert David Sarif that his firm may have discovered a way to make human-controlled evolution available to all. Sarif Industries researchers are set to arrive in Washington tomorrow to defend their claim. But for tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Vegas.
With all due respect, Major, I'll expect 2 security details waiting for us on the tarmac. No, we won't be going through the terminal, it's too exposed. Yes. I'm glad you understand. Good night, idiot.
Something wrong?
No, not for me, it isn't. But you keep pulling on that necklace, Dr. Reed, and you're gonna break it. Come on, Meg. You've defended your research before.
That was different. Then it was all just theories. But this discovery, Adam, it's big. Kepler big. Rosetta Stone big.
So, what's the problem?
They'll want to know how I found it.
Megan, we're leaving for DC and... Adam, you're there. Good, good.
You need something, boss?
Yeah, I want to go over your security plans for Washington before we leave. You and your team ready to go, Megan?
Almost, David. We're just rechecking data.
Well, make it snappy. We have to actually be in Washington before you can dazzle all those federally appointed know-it-alls.
I hate it when he does that. Come on, I'll walk you partway.
By the way, the man in the first cutscene, the one standing in front of the screen and talking to his associates,
Waiting, Adam.
he is not going to appear again in this game, but he was the...
That's nothing, Adam. Just
Okay,
some of the research. Look, we really have to go.
you can read this. But he was the main villain of the original Deus Ex. And he's only going to appear in that one cutscene in this game. But it's the same voice actor and all. So, is there anything else? I do think that there was. Oh yeah. In fact, that news article right there.
In a second.
As I said, you can read it if you want. These documents serve mostly world building. And I do think that this game has a very well-realized...
I'm nervous enough.
Has a very well-realized setting. Can be accessed at PC? Yes, we
You know,
can.
you really should get in the habit of locking your computer, Meg.
I know. Frank gets on me about it too.
As I said, feel free to read it. I do not want to spend too much time on this, but, well, you can pause the video anytime.
And I thought women were the ones who kept men waiting. Hey, stop reading my emails.
Got it all? So we can actually stop reading her emails. And instead go out.
Warning. This lab is for authorized personnel only.
What did you mean back there, Meg? About how you found it?
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
There's something I should know. About this place, about Sarif.
Megan,
Hold on.
we're still getting biochemical fluctuations across the artificial flow cells.
Okay. But the increased neural peptides coming from the P-dot cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right, I'll double check that.
I can't believe you were asking about David. You've been here long enough to know... Eric! You wouldn't be avoiding me, would you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Dr. Reed. I think I know why Declan's readings are off.
Too many peptides?
I'm thinking the glial tissue breakdown we noticed after splicing in the repressive protein might be the cause. If we had a better cytometer...
We might get a more accurate reading that
Visitors
confirms your
must be
theory.
accompanied
I'll ask
at all
David to
times.
consider it.
Well, if he orders one from Page Industries, maybe they'll throw in another cappuccino maker.
You overthink everything, Adam. The work we're doing is good. We're helping people overcome their physical limitations.
Yeah, except most of our clients seem to be DOD.
You're doing
It's
good.
not all
Just another hour to
military.
go.
We work with teachers, doctors, construction workers.
Damn it!
Watch it, Eddie. Those boxes are worth more than your salary.
Sorry.
Nia, you almost ready?
For Washington? Huh.
Ah, Dr. Reed. This is General O'Neill.
Dr. Sevchenko was telling me you've made progress on the Typhoon.
Yes. Thanks to Vasily, actually.
As I was saying, sir, the Typhoon uses a modified combat chassis like the one I'm wearing. But I've improved its design using shaped microcharges to propel the steel balls.
And the backblast problem?
Solved through kinetic bleeders in the augment. Here, watch. Go ahead.
Impressive. How soon till it's ready?
I'm afraid I have to run, but Vasily has all the details, General.
Of course.
We still have some work to do to improve the Typhoon.
You're right. The teacher would just love having one of those things.
You're missing the point. Defense contracts keep us afloat. But neural augmentations that make you think faster, react quicker, they can really improve a life. Everybody's lives. David's talked about it for years.
Yeah, he is a talker.
He's a good man. Admit it, Adam. A part of you likes him.
I like everyone, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, right.
How far are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's gotten big, you know. Keeps knocking over all my plants.
Did you destroy that vase yet?
I moved it. And I fenced in the yard. Like you always said you were going to.
Yeah, never got around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things. Adam, there's something
Good evening.
Pritchard.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
There's Farida. I'd better hurry. See you at the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
You fixed that firewall yet?
You don't fix an entire firewall. You find the loophole and plug it.
Then did you plug it?
Yes, I did. Want to know how? Oh, wait, I forgot. Ex-cop. I doubt you'd understand.
Ex-SWAT, and you'd be surprised. Sarif has to see you too.
Athena. She wants me to show her how to track our scientist-implanted locator devices, in case your security plans in Washington don't measure up.
They will.
Gentlemen, how wonderful to see you both. Go right in, Adam. He's waiting.
This is the newest in encrypted GPL trackers, Athena. It transmits data to our dedicated satellites every 10 feet.
I don't care what it takes. I want Hugh Darrow in Washington by my side.
Man doesn't jump for anyone. He's a Nobel Prize winner.
Senators love this guy, Lyle. The hearings will go much smoother with him there. Big day for us tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us to the Hill, and then Federal Protection Services takes over.
Good, good. How's our girl holding up?
She's nervous.
All she has to do is show him her research. She explain it to you?
Not really into the whole science thing, boss.
It's incredible. All those purists out there accusing us of tampering with the natural order, when all Megan's done is figure out how to unlock the potential that exists within our own DNA. It's safer and easier than anything Hugh Darrow ever did.
Environmental malfunction. Laboratory subsection 6. All lab chiefs, please report in.
We better not take any chances. Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know what you find. Athena, get someone to shut off the damn racket.
Yes, sir.
My god, that was a lot of exposition. But yeah, the lab is attacked. We are the security chief, so we probably have checked it out, don't we? So they say 04, that is not correct, 451. We done? Yes, we are. So what could possibly go wrong?
Hurry up, Adam.
Yeah, I know. Down the elevator we go.
Pritchard.
And
where's Megan? She report in yet?
Her GPL implant shows her moving through the microchem labs. I think she's running.
Damn it. Must have been a serious equipment failure. Can you get eyes on her?
I'm trying, but the intellicams aren't responding. There's interference coming from somewhere. Find out what's happening, Jensen. Hurry!
Pritchard? Pritchard!
Yes, indeed. Now, we could get a tutorial, but I do not think that we need that. Not at all. I know how this game controls, and it's really not that difficult. So yeah, here we have the skyline of dystopian future Detroit out there. Not to be confused with dystopian present Detroit. Yeah. So, here we are, the lab is obviously being attacked. The sprinklers don't seem to be doing much, seeing how the fire is still at large. So we better be careful. Though maybe not too careful because, well, this is the very beginning of the game. So, what could possibly be that dangerous? Though to be perfectly honest, on my first playthrough I think I actually managed to die on the tutorial. Because I was being very, very careless. And not playing very well. And I don't think we want to confront that man right there quite yet. We can move objects. You do that by doing the thing you would expect to have to do in this kind of game. That means using the E button. No further explanation needed. Now, from now on it may be a bit hard to tell what kind of game this is. And it will continue to be that way for a little bit longer, because right now you think, okay, it's just more or less a standard first-person shooter. In actuality though, it is a stealth game. Though in the tutorial you don't really have to do a lot of stealth. Or really have to do any stealth whatsoever. So you can go by pretty much just shooting your way through. But that is not how the rest of the game is going to be. However, the game in itself is pretty big on giving you options on how you want to play it. And I think we might be encountering the first enemies in here. But then I might be wrong. Though I am in fact right. Hey guys, how are you doing? Better take cover, otherwise I might hurt myself. In fact, I might have already hurt myself at this point, or rather I have hurt myself already. See, that wasn't hard. But yeah, as I said, that's not how you're meant to play the game. This will only get you through the tutorial. I think it may be possible to take a stealthy approach even at this section. But why would you if you just can shoot your way through? Can I take enemies' weapons? Well, I guess I technically can, but can I actually use them? No, I can't because I don't have access to the inventory yet. We will only get that once the game proper starts. So yeah, what is there to say? I really like the art design of that game. As I said, it has a very well realized future cyberpunky kind of setting. And as I might have mentioned before, I really do enjoy this kind of art style. One of my all-time favorite science fiction movies is Blade Runner, which I understand is a bit of a cliched favorite science fiction movie to have, but well, what can I say, it is. Because it had great art direction, it's also one that visually holds up very well up to this day. And I think there are enemies in there, so surprise! There is one more. He should be somewhere to the left of me. Yep, I can see him shoot, but I think now he should be down. Because I shot a tank of poisonous gas or whatever that was right next to him. I think there also was an exploding one that they could have shot to take out these two. But that didn't occur to me when it would have been relevant to know that. So, you know, who cares? Either way, he's down. So we can just cross this room and go in here. Where we will get yet another preview of one of the future bosses of this game. Yeah, that lady right here. That of course we can't actually attack. If this was the original Deus Ex, we probably could have. Well, or maybe not. Isn't really that easy to say. And boom. And now it's going to be a bit harder. The game of course is regenerating health because it is a shooter from 2011, but it regenerates comparatively slowly, and you go down very quickly, so it's not really something to rely on. I actually managed to die in the tutorial, oh my god. Yeah, I kinda suck at this game, don't I? Well, only one more left.
Come out!
So that should be done quite soon. I think he has also lost me.
Get out here!
That is good.
Someone take him out! You can't.
Dead. Not dead quite yet. Oh, where is that
find you.
There he is. See, it wasn't that hard. I was just being a big old baby and not acting very strategically. Though if what I did just now could be considered strategy as a different matter entirely. But nonetheless, at least I managed to get through here. This shouldn't have given me any trouble whatsoever. God. Well, at least we are done with it now.
Shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery.
My God, how thick was the glass? Come on, Anna. Stay with us.
I love you.
Haven't you lost enough people today?
I'm sorry.
We're seconds away.
His body can take it.
Miraculous.
I think we got it, Doctor.
And so the game starts. We were basically turned into RoboCop, which is actually a fairly good comparison. Yes, indeed. But anyway, as I said, this section just now wasn't really indicative of how the game itself is going to play out. The real game starts now. And it's going to be somewhat different from that little tutorial section. Really, it is quite interesting to see how that contrasted to the beginning of the first Deus Ex game, which was basically, well, the premise of it was you are on the Island of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was taken over by terrorists. Go and defeat the terrorists by any means you choose.
It's David. You in the building?
Just enter the lobby.
Sorry to pull you out of sick leave so soon, but we've got a situation. A break-in at our Milwaukee Junction factory. Meet me at the helipad.
I have to see Pritchard first. Something's wrong with my retinal enhancement.
Frank's on the second floor in the tech lab. Make it quick. People's lives are at stake.
Yep. He's actually not kidding there. If you take too long here in the headquarters, the hostages that we are meant to rescue will be killed. So you are actually not meant to dawdle here. We'll have more time to explore this building later on, and there are a bunch of interesting things to see here. But right now, that is not all that important. Though really it is packed chock full with details of a lot of kinds. Oh hey, Final Fantasy 27. You know what's the sad thing? One day this will actually exist. Of course, the joke here is that it has the same publisher then as Final Fantasy. That being Square Enix. Hey there.
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might seem. Looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right. We done here? Because Sarif is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually save people.
Okay, let's not make this an issue. I'm gonna ignore that remark.
Lucky for you, I'm gonna ignore that comment. We're done here.
So that is Frank Pritchard. He's our obligatory snarky mission control guy. But we have to leave him right now, though we will stay in contact with him in the upcoming level. So we won't have to miss him for too long. But yeah, we have to go to the heliport and then go to the first actual gameplay section of this game.
Adam, how close are you to the helipad?
Almost there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare. Meet me in the chopper. I'll brief you as we go.
Yes, indeed. It is kind of weird that the introductory section of this game was so linear, because as I said, it's not really indicative of the game itself at all. Though the upcoming section is going to be a lot better and serves as a really good introduction. So here we go.
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you? 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
I was born ready.
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Sarif wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because the sooner we take off, the better it will be for everyone.
I'm ready. As I said.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
also really enjoy the soundtrack. I think that deserves to be mentioned. Really manages to capture the sound that of the original game.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you out the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam. I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
Alright, so how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
I'll go as far as I can for a non-lethal playthrough of this game because you do get rewarded for it.
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there, just neutralize them.
Okay, but just make sure those bastards don't wake up and warn their friends. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open, high ceilings. So, do you want something you can use from a distance, or up close?
The short-range weapon is literally completely useless because you do have a way to take out enemies non-lethally without weapons that is perfectly good. So, of course, the tranquilizer rifle is much more useful.
Give me something with distance. If I get too close, I'll take them out personally.
Just try not to break anything expensive. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
Here we are at the first real level of this game. But you know what? I think it's also a pretty good point to stop recording for today. So you have to wait just a little bit longer to get to the actual gameplay. But until then, I am your German snob. I can't save right now, so I might play for just a little bit longer. We would get another tutorial here, but I really don't need that. I know how this game plays. And instead I'm just going to... Oh, anything useful in there? Painkillers? Well, maybe. Maybe.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there, heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
Spoiler, that's what I'm going to do. But as I said, next time. Until then, I'm your German snob. This is Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution. I hope you will all join me next time again, when we will continue. And until then, well, ciao.